Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the TheRcSaylors, and we're out at our airfield today, the Tri-State Model Flyers Field, where we'll be hosting our own fun fly in about 6 or 7 weeks from now. And we have our brand new HobbyKing Tuff Trainer 2 to fly for you for the very first time today. This is probably one of the cheapest planes we've ever had on our channel, and it's a 4-channel plane. Brushless setup, comes with the ESC, everything you need in the box except for a receiver and your own flight battery, of course a transmitter and a charger. And it's made out of a very, very durable type of foam. If you want to know more about this, we'll have it linked in the description box below. One of my personal favorite things so far is that it'll fit in the trunk of our tiny little Honda Civic that's 2-door in one piece. I have the battery and everything already connected up and ready to go with a little action cam mounted on the rear here. And let's get it in the air and see if it'll fly. Let's see how this does on a grass field takeoff. There is no tail wheel, so it should be interesting. Okay, we're in the air, and it's been a long time since I've had a plane in the air, so this is a little nerve-wracking for me. I feel like my ailerons are not working. Let me get a little more throttle going. Oh no, it's a little wacky. What's going on here? Felt like I had range issues or something, because I'm good here, but farther away, ailerons are not, they don't feel right. Right there, I lose aileron control, so this is not good.
Well, land it, baby.
Yeah, I need to test range on here. Get the transmitter. I'm gonna bring it in. Could be that camera throwing it off, I don't know. I'm gonna definitely land though, because it's kind of flying kind of, you know, funny. When it gets out there, it just... See, I lose ailerons right there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Not bad.
A nice emergency landing.
Yeah, okay, so I need to do a range test. What I'm going to do is walk the plane all the way out, and I'll give Abby the transmitter and we'll just do a quick little range test. Well, I just tested this out, and I took the camera off just before Abby turned her camera on, just to see if that was the issue or if it was range. We walked it all the way to the edge of the field and it was not a range issue at all. So I think this threw the CG off quite a bit. It was really flying horribly with that camera on, which is crazy because it's not even very heavy. But I did have it towards the tail, so that would drastically affect how it flies. Let's try this again without the camera and see how it does. We'll let him land first. Nope. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take off. Go ahead. Much better now. Much better. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so it feels like a plane should feel like now. Okay, Abby had to do a couple things on her camera there, but we're still in the air and it's flying perfectly. I love how it flies. We're lucky today, there's 0 wind, but I think it could handle light breezes. And it's just, I'm about half throttle. It's just flying amazingly. Let's throw it out in a loop at it. I know that was into the sun, I apologize, because it blinded me. So let's bring it around and I'll do a loop on the left side. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's do the loop, Abby.
I don't know where you are. There you are.
It just does them perfectly. It's great at loops. Definitely a good loop plane. I'll fly it in a little lower for us. Let's see if it'll do a roll. Very curious. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Like nothing. I mean, it just snapped right into that roll. Let's bring it in a little lower. I'll do one coming in this way. So I'm really happy with how this flies. Considering I haven't flown a plane for months now, and I'm able to pick this up and just do rolls and loops and not feel nervous about it, that says something about this plane. Do a little inverted. We're upside down now. Flies inverted just fine. This is a really awesome little plane. really awesome. Rubber band wing, it's held on with the rubber band, and orientation's great on it. It's got those nice stripes on the bottom. So normally you can see them, but we're upside down now, so I'm going to pull out of that with a loop. And it's just flying beautifully. I'm just going to fly this till the battery runs out and have fun maneuvering this plane around the field, because I haven't flown in months. It feels so good just to be out here today flying. There's a zero throttle. It definitely likes to come down and stall with zero throttle, so you want to have some juice on to keep it in the air. But that's a good thing for me, because I like to land, if you're not flying with flaps and you cut it down to zero throttle, it's going to stop pretty quickly, and I like that. Just does everything that I want it to do. You alright?
Yeah. I just don't know where you are now.
I'm in the air.
I didn't know you were going to do that. I kept going and you went up.
That's okay.
What are you doing? You crazy?
Doing it all, Abby.
You like this plane?
I really do, yeah. It's a lot of fun to fly. Fits in the trunk of the car. It's nice and quiet.
What do you think of someone like me, not quite beginner, but not quite like
Advanced.
Intermediate either?
Okay. Yeah, I could say this is a beginner plane. And the reason for that is going to be the durability of the foam. It's going to be very tough. The wing is forgiving because it's held on with rubber bands. It's very cheap. And so for a 4-channel plane to be that cheap is pretty amazing. So yeah, if you wanted a 4-channel plane without stabilization, this would be a wonderful first plane for that. And if you're a person that already has 10 or 20 planes like I do, there's no reason not to add this to your collection, because for that price, just to have something that you can do whatever you want with and just throw it in the trunk of your car, doesn't come along every day. Just doesn't come along every day. Let's see how it does on a vertical climb. I'll come around and I'll do it on the left side of the field so it's easier for everyone to see, because I feel like it's going to do really well. I like the orange prop on there too. I can see it in the sun every now and then. That was the wind. So vertical climb, here we go. And I don't think it's going to stop, Abby. What do you think?
Looks pretty good.
No stall yet. Okay, let's come back down. That was awesome. They probably can't even see it, can they?
No, I can see it.
Okay. That was amazing. That has a lot of punch, and we've already been in the air a good 5 minutes, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So that's amazing for that 1800 milliamp battery, 3-cell LiPo, to have that kind of a climb on this plane. I was not expecting that. I thought we'd stall out. Sorry about that. So let's see if we can climb and rotate.
Wait, I didn't get you. I don't know where you are.
Okay, that's fine. We'll come back down and try again.
Don't see it.
The answer is yes.
There.
So I'm going to loop it around again, even though we have some pretty strong wind now. And I'm going to do a vertical climb and some rolls. And it does wonderful. Let's loop out of it and roll back down. And then we'll just ease it back off over Death Valley. By the way, Death Valley, those of you that have already signed up for pilot registration, you're going to get to experience Death Valley when you come out to our airfield. I cannot wait to see you guys flying over Death Valley and not losing your planes. I might give a quadcopter to the first person that loses a plane over Death Valley.
Well, don't encourage it.
Very cool. This plane is just awesome. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think you're going to like flying this, Abby. So after my flight, we'll do another video for another day with Abby attempting this plane. Hopefully the wind holds out. The lack of wind, I should say. Orientation for top and bottom of this plane is awesome with those black stripes on the bottom of the wings. See those?
No, because you're on top of us.
I'll try to get another shot of them, but they are very, very good looking stripes.
They've seen them already though, in flybys.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get it.
Should have brought my viewfinder today.
See the stripes?
Yeah.
They look good. They look really good. Yeah, the viewfinder helps for the camera work, but you're doing fine, Abby. You're doing a good job. Planes are hard to film. They're one of the hardest things to film. Maybe FPV race quads But at least the race quad, you have, you know, a camera on board. We tried to do the camera on this, but it's just not going to happen today. If this is something that you enjoy flying, maybe we'll come out again with it, with a race quad, and I can zip around you. That would be a lot of fun. But this is an awesome plane. It flies slow if I want it to. See how slow I can get it to fly? That's pretty good. Without stalling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also able to just climb straight up like a rocket. From 0 throttle to just full, just goes right up. I can roll it while I'm climbing. Very cool. This is 0 throttle coming down. Almost sounds like the brakes are on. Sounds like they got flaps on. See that?
Ooh, showing
cool?
off.
Yeah. This is a plane you can show off with. I'm sorry, I'm into the sun. Coming back down out of it. That was a barrel roll for those of you that are mean and technical. Everybody. I used to call regular rolls barrel rolls, and people would just tear me to pieces for it. Let's see. Must have had a little wind over there. It kicked me over a little faster than I wanted it to. Oh, okay. This plane really honestly is able to do just what everything I'm throwing at it. I haven't tried anything like a knife edge because I know it doesn't have much rudder authority, but it's, you know, let's try this. I like to roll over sideways. Nah, it just doesn't have a lot of rudder authority. Other than that, it does everything that I want it to do.
Where are you going?
I'm over the shed now. Now Death Valley. I can't believe how well the battery's holding out on this. What is it?
This one's a hard one to film.
Probably just because I'm all over the place. Into the sun.
And I fall.
I can't see.
I don't know where you are.
That was a good save.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry.
You are
I was
crazy.
right in the sun. That was my fault. That was bad. I need to stay away from the sun. I'm going to pretend like that's at my back. No more into the sun. Got to stay over here now. Because that could have been a crash. Bad crash.
There you go. There's your battery.
Oh, is that me?
Uh-huh.
That is me. Okay. Time to land. You're right.
Let's see if you can do it. Ah, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job, Nathan.
Good, thank you. All in all, that's a beautiful plane. Flies amazingly well. 4-channel is just outstanding on this. Aileron control was just awesome. I mean, I could do really, really tight rolls, and the loops were just beautiful. I could do long, large loops or really snappy, tight loops because the elevator control on this, well, just look how much elevator authority there is. I'll turn it sideways for you. See? There's quite a bit. Now, rudder authority, it's a pretty small rudder, so there's not a lot of rudder authority on this plane. In fact, the rudder's only going to really be used on this on your landings. If you have a cross breeze coming in or something, it's going to help you keep your nose straight when you touch down. But you couldn't do much in the air with the rudder on this. I was able to fly up and nose over a little like that and come back down vertically, but not as well as I can on some planes. The throttle and climb ability of this was absolutely amazing. I have a 90-50 prop on here, so it's a pretty big prop for the plane, but it was able to climb vertically seemingly just non-stop, about full throttle. And it flew for, what would you say, Abby, maybe 12 minutes or so?
Yeah.
And I was really you know, pushing it, doing stunts and things while I was flying. The landing gear is pretty sturdy enough for this plane anyway, and I was able to do grass landings and takeoffs with this plane without much trouble at all. So overall, I really like this plane. I think it belongs in most of your collections, and if you're new to flying, this would be a great first plane simply because the price point's so low and it's pretty durable. There is a tail dragger, just to point out back here, but it's just foam reinforced with plastic, and really your elevator kind of drags more than that dragger does. Maybe that should have been just a little bit bigger, or a wheel. Then that would eliminate that, but the way it comes out of the box, it's awesome. Just get yourself a battery and a receiver for your favorite transmitter, and you're in the air for $100. That is an awesome plane. Abby, I think you're gonna fly this in the next video, right?
Right.
Very cool. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's look forward to Abby flying, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Oh goodness.